are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Soonie and Mo.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Hey, Don on the beat.
I got so many ops.
Everywhere I go, I got
so many ops.
so many ops.
I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many glocks. Hey, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ops.
What's up? I saw you over there getting hyped, Soonie. You were like, hey. Listen, we got to do what we got to do over here. I got the itis right now.
You
Okay?
did. You ate a bunch and now you're like,
Well, it's not that I ate a bunch. I ate fast because like I had to get ready, and I was just like, and it was so good. And I was like, oh man, I just want to lay down.
you know what? That's how it be.
Yeah.
I want to lay down after a good meal. Listen, it's rainy here. It's very gloomy. My husband's sick. My children are just kind of chilling. I kind of just want to like sit back and chill.
For
I don't
real.
even want to do nothing. You
I
understand?
literally was turning the Whitney Houston song. What's that song? Don't Make Me Close One More Door. What is that song called?
Don't walk away from me or something like that.
Yeah. I literally was like
I have
singing that.
nothing.
I have nothing. I was literally singing that, but changing the words to like about taking a nap. Like do you ever do that? Do you ever like take a song and just like change the words to, like whatever
I
applies
did
to
that the
moment?
other day. I did, yeah.
Dude, Dave was like, what the hell is going on in here? Like, I was just like, I was like delirious. I was like, dude. And then I go to my coffee machine and there's literally like a cup of coffee already brewed for me. And I was like, Dave, did you brew me a cup of coffee? He's like, no. I'm like, dang, dude, that's God right there. God brewed me up a cup of Joe.
Joe.
What's up, everybody?
How you doing? Welcome to Somewhere in the Middle.
Welcome. Why are you guys not hitting that like button? We can see that you're not hitting it.
Hit the damn button.
Hit the damn button
All
right
right.
now, or we refuse to talk.
I'm going to do like Kevin Samuels did. You know what Kevin Samuels used to do?
What?
He would do this. Until my like and viewer ratio looks the same, he would do this. He would stop the whole show until a bunch of likes.
I remember that. Yeah, we're going to do the same. So I still don't see any likes. I don't understand what the problem is. So we're just not going to tell you guys what we're going to talk about. We're not going to start the show until we start seeing likes. What can we talk about?
You better start hitting the like button.
You better start hitting the like button. Y'all come in here and harass us about not being on time or being a minute late, and we don't come into any likes.
Zilch, nada.
Yeah. And no comments. What's going on in the comment section? There they are. All right.
There they go. Never mind.
I'm upset. Thank you, Marlandon, for my son. My son is a welder. He's officially a welder. He graduated today. So proud of him. I worked hard, you guys. I worked hard pushing that kid out. He was 10 pounds. Still don't see any likes. I don't know what the problem is.
We aren't moving forward until you hit the like button. Hurry up.
If Democrats were smart, they would have ran RFK as the candidate, because Biden ain't gonna make it.
Marlandon, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
RFK is not
the most idiotic thing you have said.
Thank you, Nicole Floyd. Thank you, James West. Yes, we see your names too. Thank you, Carly. Oh, you know what it is? I think we probably only see.
How are you seeing all these comments?
Facebook?
I don't see any comments.
Click on your banners on the right and then go back to comments. Sometimes, like when I do that, it refreshes the comments for me. All right. Well, people are saying they're hitting the like button, so I'm going to take y'all's word for it. Dude,
what's going on with...
Can we just talk about Loza for a second? I know this wasn't on the agenda.
I have to. I'm frozen. I have to come back. I don't know what's
Okay.
going on.
While Soonie comes back, let me know in the comments below or wherever you're commenting, who here follows Loza? Put a 1 in the chat if you follow Loza Alexander. I need to know before I even dive into this subject, because if nobody follows him, then this would be pointless for me to even say this. So put a 1 in the chat if you follow Loza Alexander. All right. It like puts you on the other side of me. All right. We got Amy. One person in here so far following Loza Alexander. I know Soonie. All right. Well,
What?
okay. So he made a live video. Okay. If you don't know who Loza is a rapper who became well known for his Let's Go Brandon hit. Right after they had that like NASCAR debacle where they thought the crowd was chanting F Joe Biden. So Loza made a song about it. It was a great song. Everybody loves it. Well, Loza, we've had him on the show. He's a friend of the show's, and Loza got diagnosed with CML, which is a type of blood cancer, right? So he's been dealing with that for a long time. He's like at negative stage 1. He's not even at a stage yet. Anyways, it's been a long time, okay, with the cancer videos, and I get it. It sucks to have cancer, okay? But I know people that have really bad cancer, okay? And I really feel for them because they're down all the time. Loza is like up and down. It's like watching a fucking seesaw, up and down and up and down. And I'm happy now and I'm sad now. Donate now. I don't want to ask. I'm coming out with a new song, coming out with a new video. Okay, now he is about to have, or he got told that he's going to be needing a, what is it called?
Transplant. Bone marrow transplant.
Bone marrow transplant. Yes. So that was like 2 days ago. Then supposedly he got his blood results back, and there was another live, and it was like his blood results, magically his blood got better. And now he's not going to need a bone marrow transplant, or at least he doesn't think he's going to need a bone marrow transplant. That's amazing. Okay. He said he prayed for his enemies, and this was the result. He prayed for his enemies, and this was the result. So that's great. But can I just keep it real for a second? I'm exhausted. Yeah. I'm exhausted with it. And I wanted to know if anybody followed him in here, because I wanted to know if you're exhausted too. I feel for him. I'm not trying to like hate on the man's situation, but and I know Soonie's in a rock and a hard place. You know, I used to be the nice one out of the two of us, and I'd be like, "Oh, be nice to Loza," and Soonie'd be like, "Man, fuck him." Like she'd be like, "I didn't even answer his phone calls. I didn't answer his messages," and I was the one in there answering the messages, and then I got fucking tired of it. And yeah, I'm worn out.
You know what? I saw I thought you were going to talk about something completely different. I didn't even know you were going to talk about this. I thought you were going to bring up the No Diddy song and how he's bragging about that being a hit.
Yeah, I heard him brag about it. I haven't seen it anywhere, so I don't know. Okay. Have you seen it?
I have. I listened to the song.
It's nothing to write home about.
It's not, right?
Yeah, right. I don't know.
Here, let's just pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up because I don't.
And let me preface this by saying this. Okay, Soonie and I have had endless conversations with Loza that he needs to stop making music on headlines and political stuff, and he needs to really write what he wants to write and produce what he wants to produce in his heart, like regardless of what anybody says about secular music and this, that, and the other. Loza, at the end of the day, as much of a pain in the ass he is a very talented music producer. Like, I think so. I think he is. I think he has a lot of talent, but he whines so much that you
Yeah.
can't get past it to just listen to the music. Like, I want to listen to the music, but I'm like, deep down, I know that's not what he really wants to do. He's only doing it because he needs to make money or he needs people to watch his stuff. And the only time he gets a lot of views and a lot of attention and the donations is when he talks about the cancer. So that's why he keeps talking about the cancer. So
I can't see any comments, so forgive me
okay,
if
I'll
I'm
put
like
I'll put
behind.
him up.
So I was looking on YouTube and this just popped up on my feed. I don't know if anybody's seen this yet.
No.
But these are the conversations that I have with Loza privately. We have conversations about how there's a different angle you can take to these things. There is a different way to approach these things. He wants to be able to get online and freely express himself, right? And sure, people want to do that. But when you are a brand and when you are a name, you don't have the luxury of just getting on the internet and being willy-nilly, or else you lose your following.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these people aren't robots. They're not here for our satisfaction. They're here because they enjoy the content we create. Like, altogether, we have 18 people sitting here watching us. If I were to get online every day, let me not say every day, but if I were to get online and write these disgusting things about you and how you're not real fans, you probably would not want to come watch my show, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to get that through his head, and I came across this post. I didn't even think we were going to talk about this today. This is crazy. Like, me and Mo haven't talked at all this morning. I've been busy over here. I kind of just hopped on like 10 minutes before the show and we're like, all right, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to the new, just listen to this. Shout out to the new Loza Train fam coming from TikTok. They tried to judge me for doing what I want to do, and I ended up coming out on top. 27K on an audio with no music video, but people in the comments complaining mad because I'm having fun. Christians always got something to say, always judgmental. Cool it. I'm a growing Christian myself, but I won't call myself a perfect Christian because that's not realistic. If you don't know what side I'm on by now, something is wrong, but I'm happy and I won't let anyone control me. I'm going to do what I want. I just proved that I can't be boxed in, and I'll continue to be happy, and I'm smiling now. So Loza's live now, but I'm sure someone has gone to his live and said, hey, Soonie and Mo are live right now talking about you. So if he's here, this will be nothing differently than I've already stated to him.
Yeah.
The song is doing what it's doing because you're talking about Diddy.
And that's a huge trending topic.
It's a huge trending topic. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Attacking Christians while yourself claiming to be Christian is a losing strategy. Christians are going to hold you to the standard of what it means to be a Christian. So if you are making this type of music while saying you're a Christian, you should expect that type of criticism. But what you're doing here is saying, haha, Christians, you thought your judgment was going to do something to me, but look, I made a worldly song with Drake's voice on it, talking about a trending topic, and now I'm going to brag about the 27K. Are they there for your talent, Loza? Or are they there because you wrote a song about a trending topic? I'm not trying to like burst his bubble.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets to a point where when I'm saying something about you live on a show, you know it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk about Loza publicly. I don't talk about our conversation. I don't talk about him at all. When he does his stuff, we'll say anything.
Right.
But this is getting to a point of, I don't even know where to place you now. Is this real? Or is this you on the internet antics again?
Yeah.
You're attacking the people that have been supporting you, right?
Yes.
And then uplifting a new group of people that are quote unquote supporting you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying they came from TikTok. How do you know all these people came from TikTok? How do you know these aren't the people who have been there, but they've just been waiting for a song and you came out with the trending song that they like?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have to denigrate your fans to make yourself feel better?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean,
it's a losing strategy.
TikTok is no indication of anything, okay? Because I'll just tell you right now, I have really good videos that I've posted on TikTok from this show, okay, that don't have anywhere near the amount of views as a 30-second video I have on my TikTok channel of a football player with a bloody ass, okay, has 1.3 million views. It's a crapshoot on TikTok. It's, did you post it at the right time of day? Did you just hashtag it correctly? But here's my other thing that just like really irks me, okay, is the ungratefulness of it all. Because he sits and cries about how nobody cares, nobody supports him, nobody's there for him, okay? Let me just show you something really quick. And Soonie saw for herself what his merch was selling, okay? To date, and this is a separate fundraiser because at one point, I think he was up to like $80,000 because somebody donated $50,000 to him in one donation, okay? And here he's got $11,000, okay, dollars. And I get that he's saying he's using that money for his cancer battle or whatever. I'm not judging that. I'm not judging any of that, any of the money, nothing. It's just the ungratefulness that just like gets under my skin because he posts some merch that he doesn't really put any work into. He just found a vendor that has really cool things and he slapped some like half-ass phrases on it. Like if you look at the merch, it's nothing special. He literally just like went in there and like put Lozatrain on a sneaker, or he has a cup that turns different colors, when you fill it up with hot liquid or cold liquid, and it's cool stuff. But there's no work put into it. And I'm happy that you're selling that stuff. I am. But stop being ungrateful. Because there's people like us out here that don't go after people. Don't sit like Soonie's not up here going, oh, like I'm sick. And, and I'm not up here singing all the woes that I have in my life. Right. Or anything like that to get you guys to have sympathy towards me. And I get that he has cancer. I'm not trying to say that. But what are you doing? Are you wanting to grow on the cancer stories, or are you wanting to grow on your talent? Because you have talent. You just don't believe in yourself enough to stick it through. You read the 1 to 2, 3 negative comments, okay? And that's all you see. Because when I go to your comment section, all I see are people supporting
positivity.
You. Yes. Yes.
Positivity. I told him that.
Yeah.
I told him that. But Loza asked me for an interview, and I told him I need something to talk about in order to give you an interview. I'm not just going to bring you on just to bring you on. There needs to be something that we are discussing. So I think this is an opportunity, once again, for him to come speak, because you don't look like a man who's happy to be beating and surviving through blood cancer. You look like someone who is I've told him this himself. You sound like an entitled brat. I wish I could raise 11,000. Do you know how big this show would be?
Mm-hmm.
You know how big this show would be if we can get 11K? You know how big this show would be if I drop merch and automatically off rip I got 50 sales? And I've had these conversations with him personally, but you're experiencing literal support, bro, on a crazy level that I wish I could experience support. And look, I'm not jealous of him. My moment will come. Whenever we get there is when we get there. It's a slow burn. It's a slow grind. Nothing worth having comes easy. That's how I look at it. So if I have to work at this for another 5 years, I'm totally okay with that. I swear to God I am. Like, I'm not going to trip out and be like, man, you fans suck.
Yeah.
Y'all don't care about me. Y'all don't want to do this. Y'all don't want to do that. You can't attack the people that are following you, bro. Like, you just can't do that. So honestly, if he really wants an interview, this is the interview right here. Why are you so ungrateful?
Yeah. And we're not hating. Okay. We're not hating. I am the most nicest person. But dude, when you have gotten me to a point where I'm like fed up, I'm fed up because I can't be sucked into the negativity that you just like spew out. And Loza, I have so many messages that I have sent you saying such nice things and have gotten no response from you. Okay. When we were trying to get you to just share the interview that you did on our show, you wouldn't even do that. You have yet to do that. And you want to come on again. You never share anything we do. So like it's reciprocal. Like, why would you want support? You have to show support. Because at some point you're going to even wear down those TikTok fans that are coming, to support you. They're going to do the same thing everybody else does, which is like, dang, dude, every time we come here, it's something. So
he's live right now with 67 people watching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he just got a donation of $50. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm like, what? Well, and I don't know.
The offer's there. Okay. The viewers do what you do, right? The viewers create connections half the time for us.
Yeah.
Because they'll go in the comment section and be like, hey, Soonie and Mo talked about you. I have his number, right? He's live, so I'm not gonna, matter of fact, I'm gonna message him and be like, look, you got an interview?
Come over
right now. You got an interview, but it's not the interview you think you're gonna have. So I'm gonna message him now, but what are some of our topics we're gonna be getting into?
Sorry. Okay, so we are obviously, because it's a trending topic, we're going to talk about, because we over here on the struggle bus, okay, we will go ahead and talk about Diddy, okay? There is more. You guys saw our thumbnail. The theme was exposure, okay? We got Diddy getting exposed. His sons are getting exposed for some stuff. I have some theories now at this point that I've seen Diddy out on a bike just cruising around Miami looking carefree as a mug. Okay? I'm like, this man working for the feds. He's like, I'm almost about to stuff him in the Jeffrey Epstein. I think you are working for the feds file. And there's a couple of reasons for that, but we'll talk about it when we get there. Then we're going to talk about Ben Shapiro. He got exposed. What was the podcast that the guy was on? Who was it that exposed him?
Oh, I forgot his name. I forgot his name.
Okay.
Dang. I don't remember his name.
We'll show the clip of it. But so he got exposed. Like, this guy pretty much called him out. And then there has been some very spicy back and forth tweets or X's or whatever you want to call them. What the fuck? Judy says Loza's now cancer free. See what I'm talking about? It don't happen like that. Somebody, the Bureau of Investigation, I'm speaking to you. Please go over to that live and tell Loza to come on over here. Okay. We need to talk to him. Tell all his little 65 followers to come on over to somewhere in the middle, and we go have this conversation with him right now. Okay. So him and Candace have been going back and forth on Twitter, and we got the tweets. It's getting spicy over there. Soonie's getting impatient, okay, because she needs Candace to expose, because she said, when I start talking, because Candace said, when I start talking about the things that I've had to go through, and Soonie texts me, she's like, come on now with it, come on right now, like, what's taking so damn long? I'm like, Soonie, she probably got to consult with the lawyers, like, she can't just come out and
because man, like, listen, it's real ones over here who been saying what you saying and what you about to come out and say, and I need you to hurry the process up so that I can capitalize, because that's what's going to happen off of the fact that you are repeating and regurgitating what I have already said to people, and they think you're crazy when you call it out. So hurry up. Yeah, so you milking this process, this stupid ass hiatus. Listen, woman, you on Twitter. You could have been did a video. You sitting up here wasting everybody's time. Hurry up. I was mad. I said, you milking this. You need to hurry up.
Soonie wants to drop her little shorts of all the times she said everything. She's got that on. She's got it like just on deck, just waiting. Oh my gosh.
One sec. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Okay. Then we're going to talk about Fresh and Fit, Red Pill Bros. They're getting exposed. Okay. Walter, also known as Fresh from Fresh and Fit. There's some stuff coming out from a young woman regarding an abortion he wanted her to have. So we're going to talk about that. Then I don't know if you guys have heard, but the bird flu is the new COVID. Okay. The bird flu is the new COVID. So funny enough, we found a bird a couple weeks ago, a beautiful parakeet. His name is Alberto. And right after we found him, like I got like kind of sick, like I wasn't feeling well. And I was like joking around. I was like, oh, maybe I have the bird flu. I didn't even know what the bird flu was. But it just took me out, whatever I had. Anyways, apparently my joke turned into reality because now the bird flu is something. So we're going to talk about the bird flu. Then we're going to talk about Lauren Bobert. Speaking of COVID, she has a blood clot. Now, I don't know if she got the jabby jab. I would think not. But you never know because all these people are fake. And she has a very rare type of blood clot. I'm going to tell you exactly the details on that. But I found it quite interesting that headline was there. They were questioning whether she was going to continue to be able to do her job due to her health issues. We don't know how bad the health issues are, but we're going to read about it together and find out. But, our House majority is falling apart. And it's not going to be good for us if that continues to happen. And I'm starting to wonder if some of these Republicans are getting paid to fake, retirement or illnesses or whatever. So there's that. And then we're going to talk about a lot of other stuff, but there's one little thing that's kind of been like itching at me. And I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's like a lot of like celebrities that were very pro Biden, some that were very anti-Trump. And now they're like all of a sudden changing their tune, like lickety split. They just changed their tune. And I hear people like, yeah, The Rock's changing his tune. This is amazing. Like, everybody's going to vote for Trump. And I'm just like, are they changing their tune because they want to change their tune? Or did Trump come into a lot of funding via his campaign to be able to pay people to change their tune? Okay.
No.
Okay.
The situation we experiencing is like real bad.
It is really bad. It is really bad. But celebrities don't do shit for free. And a lot of these celebrities, I ain't seen nothing from them in quite a minute. Okay. So they might need a little change. I don't know.
I don't know. See, I'm trying to be the Trump supporter that you not being right now. Maybe they just like big Trump.
See?
Maybe.
This is why we always have you guys on the edge of your seat with what's Mo going to say, what's Soonie going to say. Okay, I got your message.
Okay.
So I'll take over. Soonie has some unexpected guests, so she may have to jump out. I may need a guest host. What
Don't
if
you
Loza,
like when people just like pop up?
Are they white? Because only white people do that shit.
My experience, only niggas do that. No.
Dude, I don't know about your people, but my people know better. First of all, I'm not even, if I don't expect you to come in my door, I don't care if you knock, ring the doorbell, it ain't getting answered. Okay.
It's family though. Like it's family though. So it's
okay.
Okay. Because I told him, I was like, hey, I got to go do this, but I'll be back.
Okay. So they're just out there sitting like.
They're just chilling with the kids.
Well, tell them to open up their phone and open up the damn YouTube and give us a like and a comment. Shit. They can
watch. Hurry up.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get started then on some topics. Which one? I'll let you pick since you got to go.
I would love to talk about this Fresh and Fit situation because it has taken over. Number one, guys, Red Pill has now taken over the conservative movement. I don't know if you guys have noticed this like shift in what influencers such as Charlie Kirk and a few others are talking about. And now you have the women responding to what Charlie Kirk was saying. And I briefly had a little discussion with Julius earlier today in Discord, which was actually fun, by the way. Really fun. And I'm going to show the video. I'll send you the video. Can you play it? Because I'm not connected to my Mac right now.
Okay, you're gonna send it to me on WhatsApp, or you sent it to me already?
Send it to you on WhatsApp. Okay. So Charlie Kirk was on a stage, of course, at a college, doing what he normally does, which is just dunk on dumbass people who really don't even have a real understanding of the concepts that he's putting forth. They're just arguing, right? So he says something to the effect of, the older you get, right, as women,
Mm-hmm.
the more devalued you become because of things like fertility, youth, beauty, such as that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there is like somewhat of a backlash from him saying this.
Mm-hmm.
And you now have, remember I called them conservative Nazis?
Mm-hmm.
The conservative Nazis have come out in droves to somehow label him a misogynist or something to the effect of like, you're a misogynist. How can you say this about women? Da 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 da. And I was just sitting there like, number one, this is a tired conversation, right? We've already had the shock value of women decreasing value over time. Okay, we get that. You're bringing it back up again to a new audience and expecting different results. And I just sent it to you.
Got it.
Let's listen to what he has to say.
All right, here we go.
We've basically told a great generation of young women, don't get married, don't have kids, go get a corporate job. And it's created mass political hysteria. And then in their early 30s, they get really upset because they say, the boys don't want to date me anymore because they're not at their prime. And people get mad when I say that. Well, it's just true. If you're in your early 30s, I'm sorry. It's like you're not as attractive in the dating pool as you were in the early 20s. But again, you have your corporate job and cats. So I thought, we've basically told.
Do we need a white reincarnated Kevin Samuels? Do we not have enough of these podcasts all around the internet? Now, we both agree with what he's saying, right? I don't disagree. Everything he's saying is true. But it's like the conversations surrounding this that is sending me. You have Pearly Things who pipes in, who is, I can't stand her. She's a female representation of Red Pill. You have a lot of conservative Nazis on Twitter chiming in. You have argumentation about single motherhood. You have all these dumb conversations that we've been having for years reemerging. It's like trying to reinvent the wheel. Yeah. Is what I feel like Charlie Kirk is doing. And this is going to segue into the next subject of Fresh and Fit. But I feel like conservatives lost their niche because Trump is gone. So now they're just like grasping at string.
At shocking topics.
Like, why?
Yeah. And you said reinventing the wheel. He's not really reinventing anything. He's just taking somebody else's content and repeating it, right? To his audience, because he knows that he's going to get a reaction. And that's why anybody does anything. That's
exactly. He knew he was going to get a reaction. He said it. And now you have the internet talking about what we've been talking about for how long? Like, and this is a point that I brought up to the people in the Discord chat. When you tell a woman, or you're getting at the fact that, hey, you're decreasing in value, and you keep saying this to her over and over, she is going to start to resent getting older. Okay? And this is why I believe a lot of women try to retain their youth by getting Botox and plastic surgery. I just found out that you can get Botox in your eye, underneath your eyelid.
In your armpits.
Bro, I had no fucking clue.
Yeah.
But I don't think these conversations are being had with any like brain power behind it, or any like foresight of, okay, how is this going to affect us in the long run? Is this going to be beneficial?
Yeah.
Can we have more nuanced conversations centered around it? We can, but can we do it in a more educated way?
Yeah.
Because all you're doing is saying, you're saying what Kevin Samuel said, you're saying what Fresh and Fit said, you're saying what so many red pill motherfuckers are saying, and then you know who you're gonna bring on? You know who you're going to entice to come over to the side even more? People like Lopez. And we don't need any more Lopez. We don't.
You know, I'll say this. Maybe this will be my version of actually reinventing the wheel or the conversation, because I don't think he said anything profound. And this may be me kind of changing my tune a little bit on it, because you know, there was a time that I don't know if I was just annoyed with these like younger generation women who are like, I can do it all, like that type of attitude. But ladies, hear me out. I think it's less about you being able to support yourself, right? Like a man finds you, you're able to support yourself, whatever age you are, you have your own stuff, you don't need the man technically, right? And I think it's more about your attitude. Okay. Because I had an education, I worked in a corporate job, 8 to 5 every day. I was the mom, but I didn't have this like shitty attitude of I don't need a man, right? Or the people that are like, obey. I'm not going to obey. I submit. I'm not going to submit. Bitch, you said it in your marriage vows. What are you talking about? Like, what? So I think it's more about your attitude. I think ladies nowadays have a very entitled attitude. Okay. You think you're hot shit and you're not. Because I think a guy will appreciate a woman in her late 30s, early 40s, or whatever it is, that has a job, that can support herself, but that has a good, pleasant attitude, right? And says, okay, you want to marry me? Let's have a conversation. If you don't want me to work and it's possible for me not to work, okay, I'll do it. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, you're trying to take my independence from me. You're trying to make me your slave, your concubine. That's the attitude I'm talking about. And I think that's the attitude that men don't appreciate. Now, the word men is subjective, because the type of men like Fresh and Fit, right? Or even Andrew Tate, I don't think represent real men. Like the majority of real men. Like, I don't think you have to be a dick, okay, to be and disrespectful to women to be man. Okay.
Yes.
I don't think those two have to go hand in hand. I think you can be respectful. I think you can even be sensitive at times, right? With your wife, you can be sensitive at times. You can be strong at times. You can mold to whatever the situation requires. But most of all, you have the ability to lead and protect, right? Which is what your job is. And she does what her job is.
Yeah.
I thought.
It's that simple. It's really that simple. Like, I don't know, bro. I just don't see how this conversation is beneficial in any way.
Yeah.
We all know that single parent homes breed dysfunction and breed dysfunctional children. We all know the statistic. Obama quoted the statistic. At this point, it's almost like, what are you going to do to incentivize this? Because clearly people are not incentivized or self-motivated to go do this themselves. So how are you going to incentivize this? How are you going to make it look cool? This is one of the reasons why it's kind of embarrassing to be on the right, because they don't understand culture. They don't understand how to make people want to do something like this. They understood it. And I'm going to sound a little racist, but I think the black community made Trump lit. I do.
Yeah.
I think he did that. And I think in return, people like CPAC and all these other college organizations became really popular, and it was cool to be conservative. Then Trump left and all that is gone. And now they're grasping at straws to make themselves relevant again. How do you really encourage and promote this type of lifestyle that you're saying is beneficial to the person who you are deeming degenerate or immoral, and getting them to change their mind? I have found the strategy that I've been doing in Discord very effective by just sitting and talking to them. I don't talk at them. I talk to them.
Yeah.
Why can't we do that? Like,
Well,
why do we
because
constantly have to do this?
I think, like we've discussed many times with other topics, like the race one, for instance, I don't think the majority of these people that make a lot of money talking about this stuff actually have an interest in changing anybody's mind or fixing any problems.
Mm.
They want to keep people riled up about this. They want to make you an angry, resentful 40-year-old woman. They want the guys to be nasty and pigs, right? Like when you think about what they're doing, they're creating more division just like they do with the race topics. They don't have an interest. See, that's the problem. And that's probably why we don't have a big platform, because I think sometimes we're actually here to like talk about solving problems.
Yeah.
And that's not as exciting and salacious as causing the problem is, right? Causing the problem brings a lot more views because, truth be told, people like messiness, people like drama. Okay. And sometimes having a conversation like you have on Discord is not always going to be drama. Sometimes it's actually going to be like, wow, this is a really cool conversation. Like, and people get bored with that. People get bored with that.
They do. It's
they want to
crazy.
see fight.
But I think, like I say, I think we will have our moment, and it'll be a great moment. And I'm just gonna sit and be patient and let the chips fall where they may. So Candace, hurry up.
She
You're
said,
in
"Be
London?
patient." She said she's gonna be patient. Then she said, "Candace, hurry up."
I get that you're in London, but you need to make your way back to the States and make it do what it do. You and Ben, y'all need to make it do what it do, please, because we can't take it no more. Okay. It's just too much. It's too much.
We'll talk about Fresh and Fit because we're about to move into Candace. You haven't even talked about Fresh and Fit.
I'm sorry. Fresh and Fit. You guys know who Fresh and Fit is? You guys, the red, are they the manosphere? I don't know what they call themselves anymore, but the red pill community just got exposed.
Yeah.
For being fucking hypocrites.
Walter.
This guy right here who goes by the name of Fresh got a thotty McHottie pregnant.
Yep.
And he is asking for her to get an abortion. And this comes after telling men of the importance of fathers. I'm going to show you the text messages between them both of where he is completely abandoning, and yes, I mean abandoning, all the things that he used to stand for. And what's interesting is you have people like Pearl. Hold on, let me pull this up. You have people like Pearly Things coming to his defense, which is why I think this is a losing strategy for conservatives, because once again, you're behind the times. Okay? So this is a tweet in response to people who are criticizing Fresh, which was a guy we just showed you who runs a podcast called Fresh and Fit. She is calling women feminist because they have been given the freedom to do whatever they want and don't want the responsibility that comes with that. You also don't ask any questions. And she's responding to, I think her name is Liz Wheeler.
Oh,
she
Liz
says,
Wheeler.
Yeah, this is the question that she's asking. Why is she airing this out publicly? Which is the woman who is come up pregnant by Fresh. Why is she airing this out publicly? Is he even the dad? Is she even pregnant? According to Pearly Things, it's defend women at all costs. So, translation, if you want to be objective and you want to say, hey, you're a man and you decided to let your seed into this woman, so you hold some responsibility as well. And we have every right to talk about this publicly, given you castigate women publicly 24/7 and you put their dirty laundry on blast to make a point. All of a sudden we're feminists. Now, I'm not really too familiar with Liz Wheeler. I'm just saying someone like me would have the same response of, you're a hypocrite. How do you tell men that they need to be fathers and talk about the importance of a father figure and then abandon it because you don't want the kid? These are the same people who complain about women having the ability to abort their kids, polluted wombs, graveyard wounds, and now you're in a situation where you weren't a man, okay? You weren't. You weren't holding yourself to the same standard that you hold other people to, and you got caught up, and here we are. Can you guys see the text messages?
We can see the screen, but it's hot for me, at least. My old eyes, I can't read it, but you can read it out loud, girl.
Okay, so this is the woman. Her name is Daisy Chen. She's Chinese. Let me shut up. I'm not gonna be xenophobic today.
You gonna be racist like me against Asian people?
No, I'm not. And I noticed Jerron hasn't been back since we went super racial.
No, actually, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you. He messaged me. So his wife's baby shower is in Vegas.
Okay.
So he's like, I got to head to Vegas to set up for the baby shower this weekend. So I said last show, we were probably going to see him less and less because she's getting to the end.
Okay. Shout out to Julius in the building. He was definitely going to abort himself for fatherhood. But this text message exchange is between him and the mother of his child. And she's saying, hey, look, I'm pregnant. You know, you always told me you wanted me to be your baby's mother. I love you, and I did everything to be a good girlfriend. Now this is happening. You walked away. I think I want to keep the baby. I do not want to kill the alive. She believes that the baby is alive and abortion is murder. So he says, hey, I'm going to call you shortly. And then she says, take your time. And his response is, after they have a phone call, I can't have kids.
And what does that bottom part say?
She told him to take responsibility for his actions. W. Hold him to that standard, girl. Next, dang, my mouse is being retarded. Okay, I'm just going to use my mouse pad. Fuck it. The next slide is her sending the actual results, telling him how far along she is, showing that she is indeed pregnant, right? Because this is what Pearly Things asked, like a fucking retard. How do we know she's even pregnant? How do we know it's even his? Well, we know it's his because he hasn't denied the fact that he skeeted up in her. And later, after we get through this, I'm going to show you a clip of which he admitted to having unprotected sex and ejaculating into this woman, which we all know creates a baby. Okay, so she is 3 to 4 weeks, the doctor says. He then says, oh, okay. And she's like, bro, this is our baby and you want to kill it? Like, why aren't you being a good human? And his response is, it's not about that right now. It's not good. And a lot is happening, especially now business may be over. This sounds like someone making excuses like, hey, business is not going good. I can't have a baby right now. It's just not looking good right now. And he says, I don't want kids right now. We spoke about it and you and I agreed. If you didn't want kids, Mr. Fresh and Fit, then maybe you shouldn't have been fucking this bitch raw and skeeting in her. Isn't this what you tell women? Okay. She seems confused because she said, I never agreed. I agreed based on your actions. You are not educated. If you keep come inside on me, I will get pregnant. She is Chinese, so her translation is not going to be great. I don't get pregnant without your behavior.
Come on side of me, girl. What?
She's saying I can't get pregnant without you, you doing this thing, right? Yeah. Words mean nothing, man up. I'm not saying I want to be with you. I don't, because you're nothing to me. But the baby's innocent. You should have a kid with someone you are in love with in the same household. It won't be what you expect. Man up, I'm telling you now, so you know. And then she's just like, look, I don't expect anything from you since we're not together. I got pregnant when I was with you, when I was in your house, and when I was in love. You wanted to have the baby, and if you didn't, you shouldn't have come at me with your own pleasure, which I agree. Be logical and be a man. I can't get pregnant by myself. And he just says,
they be talking a lot through WhatsApp. Where's the text messages that said he wanted to have a baby with her? How come they never showed that side of it? They always show like the aftermath. I want to see all the lovey-dovey text.
Maybe it was like a verbal exchange, which we all know happens, right? Maybe this was pillow talking. They had a moment where they was pillow talking, and he was probably saying all the right things.
Mhm.
Listen, men do this. We men, stop pretending like y'all don't be telling women what they want to hear. Talking about, do you want to have my baby? We know men say that. I don't know
Yeah.
why they say it, but men say that.
Yeah.
And maybe it feels like it gives them a sense of ownership over the woman, like I'm about to impregnate you, so you're mine forever. But let's not pretend like men don't say these things.
But men say a lot of stuff when they try to get in your pants.
Exactly. So she asked him, like, if you don't want kids, then why did you come inside of me? And he says, also things happen, and yes, feelings change, but bringing a kid into this world without parents' love is cruel. And then listen to this. We both thought you wouldn't get pregnant. This is a man who is giving millions of other men advice on how to be men. And you say, well, we thought you wouldn't get pregnant. Why wouldn't you take the proper precautions to make sure you did not get this girl pregnant at all?
Yeah, because the only 100% way is to not have sex.
Not have sex?
Yeah. Are there more text messages? I
There
live for this.
are.
Oh my God. Okay, first of all, let me just say this. Number one, they've said the word come way too many times for my liking. I'm uncomfortable. Okay. Number two, does anybody else just like love to read other people's text messages? I'm so here for this. I hope there's lots more. Okay, keep going.
There is. So she responds to him and she's like, bro, I was joking. Right? It was a joke. And he says, he says it was a joke. And she says, all I'm saying is you should take responsibility for what you did. I'm a victim in this relationship. I'm carrying your baby and you act like you don't care. You don't want nothing. I don't think she's a victim. You went too far with that.
Right.
He said, also, I'm worried I have to test other girls, at least 4. Listen to this.
Wait, what?
She's confused. Another girl. You're saying you're having sex with 4 girls without protection? I hope you have all the money for your child support and you finally admitted you were fucking trash, because apparently he's not keeping it a stack with her, which is once again something that he tells men to do on his show, which is keep it a stack. If she knew, why would she be acting like this?
Obviously, she don't listen to the show. She ain't a fan.
Or he's not the same person he is on that show behind the cameras. Maybe
still,
he's
like, how do you
completely
avoid that?
different. We don't know what he was saying to her. That's what I'm saying. Men be pretending like they don't know how to manipulate and get what they want, but you know exactly what to say.
But still, okay, I would understand if you had like a platform like somewhere in the middle with like 257 followers. By the way, hit the subscribe button, damn it.
Hit that subscribe button.
Okay, but you got Fresh and Fit. There's like millions and millions of followers. And I'd be like, if I was dating a guy who was telling me one thing and on the show he was saying another, I'd be like, we got a problem here, because why are you telling everybody this?
Right, but we're functioning mature women of you need to line up. We're not gonna take that. That's
right.
We different. We built different.
Right.
I don't think she built like that. Clearly. Okay.
I'm gonna show you how she's built in a second, because I found her Instagram page.
So look, he then says, I don't got no money. Good luck. You'll see. Because she said, you're going to be paying a lot of child support. And he said, I don't got no money. I'm broke. That's what he said. So this is her going through the entire thing, which is what I already laid out to you. She met his family. He met her family.
What?
He's defended her on the podcast from rumors. That's the moment where she fell in love with him. Once again, I said men know what to do. Security and stability is a number 1 turn on for women. If you provide a woman with that, you got her. You got her.
Haley, I'm gonna show you her whole page. Just give me a second. Let's Soonie get through this. This is juicy.
So she met his family, all that jazz, right? Defended him on the podcast. And then she said, but this is where the game begins. She left Miami January 8th, traveled back to China for the Chinese New Year. The night before, we had a serious conversation. He said he sees me like someone to spend his whole life with, and and I told him I was going to move to Miami for him. From then on, we started a long distance relationship for 2 months until I traveled to Barbados. I met his entire family there. It cut off right here, but I guess this would assume, like, make her think and assume that he's being serious with her, given you took her to meet your fucking family in Barbados. Why would you do that if this is not someone you see a future with? Okay. She says she's not on birth control, and we had sexual behavior, which means sexual intercourse, without protection. I was ready to have a baby with him and build a family. He asked me many times, what if you get pregnant? My answer towards him was, yes, I want to keep the baby. I don't mind having a baby with you. This is her posting a screenshot of her joking with him, which is what you asked for, Mo. Her like playfully saying, oh my God, our kids are going to look like them, right? They're so cute. And he said, LOL, I knew you were typing me this. Blasian. If you don't want a baby with this woman,
okay,
why wouldn't you shut that shit down?
Okay, but hold on just a second. Not that I'm defending Walter.
Yes.
But honey, just because you made a little joke and showed him a picture of your future babies and he said that doesn't mean he wants to have a baby with you. Like, what kind of messed up mindset are you in that equates he wants to have a baby with you?
Hey man, what is he telling her? We gotta go back to keeping the man consistent. What are you telling her behind the scenes?
Well, and
where she's going to believe you're serious about this?
To all you guys saying, oh, maybe it was like an in-person conversation. Miss me with that, okay? Because these days, nobody has words in person that deep, okay? Y'all be texting every damn thing, okay? Every damn thing. So I guarantee you most, if not all of the conversations they had, they were probably repeated in person, right? But I guarantee you they were all had on a text message or an email or something. I guarantee you. This dude's busy. He's on a podcast, okay? You think he got all that time? She's in Miami, China, whatever. You think he got all this time to have in-person conversation? I guarantee you they text all day long and she got other text messages we ain't seen. I don't know. Not that I'm pro Walter, but you know we always keep it real over here, and we stay tough on the ladies. I'm suspect of this. Walter, I think you're a piece of shit, but I don't think she's 100% innocent either. I don't feel bad for her. Okay, carry on with this.
She's not, because this is gonna shoot her in the foot.
Okay.
We had a mutual understanding that he is not a monogamous person, which means you did know he was sleeping around.
Right.
That me and him both needs our own space. So I suggested him to help me rent an apartment. He said, I want you to have the things you want, right? 10 days later, a morning after we had lunch with his sister, he broke his promises. That how he told me he loves me and he wants to see us in a long-term relationship and he wants to plan a future with me. Instead of renting an apartment and buying a better house, which I think he's completely lying and making excuses about, he used me, he hurt me, he was a cheater. Let's pause right here.
Yeah, let's pause right here.
How can someone be a cheater when you know they are not a monogamous person?
Right? And you were okay with that. Help me to understand, Daisy. Is that her name, Daisy? Yeah, Daisy.
I don't know. Something Chin. I know she's Chinese. That's all I know.
Yeah.
How, Sway?
How?
Okay.
You were looking
He was a
for
cheater, a huge gamer. And look, she's about to contradict herself again, because in the beginning, you see, we had a mutual understanding that he is not a monogamous person. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Then you go on to say, I only found this out later and started to take his haters' words. When people told me negative things about him in the beginning, I always stood by his side and supported him and believed him. Once again, this is your fault. You were a dumb broad. Dumb. You did this to yourself, but he's still responsible because he's a man. I chose to believe in my partner instead of an audience. The truth is, he's pretending to be a high-value man to date girls, then ditch them. The reason I'm exposing this is because as a woman, I want to stand out for other women, and I don't want any other girls to end up like me. Once again, she's just going through, these are the text messages that I told, but this is her telling the story leading up to the text messages. He asked her to move out. A few days he asked me to move out. He stopped coming home. He disappeared for 3 nights without explanation. I called him. He never answered when I did nothing wrong. When I was so genuine, I left my work behind in China to pursue this relationship. So I moved out and booked the first flight to New York City. On March 30th, I had a pregnancy test. It was positive. Here's what happened. Hence all the text messages that we went through, right?
What work was she doing in China? Ancient Chinese secret. Okay, go ahead.
She's warning all these girls to stay away from him because he's a dishonest liar. I think he told you some element of truth when he told you he was not a monogamous person and you agreed and you were okay with the fact that he was not this monogamous person as long as he was going to be paying your rent. Your complaint was, instead of getting an apartment for me and getting a better house, you decided to go off and cheat. You can't cheat when you know someone is going to be with multiple people. That's just not how it works, okay? It's not how it works. So yeah, this is just her once again continuing the conversation. This is picking up where she said, you are trash. You're going to have all these kids and you're going to have a bunch of child support to pay, because he said now he's got to test at least 4 more women, which is nasty because you are giving your seed away to 4 thoughts while complaining about whores raping men, graping men,
Right.
in the paternity sector of our justice system.
Yes. And then
Custody
you're telling men to be
battles.
high value and you sit right here, you ain't got no money.
And
What
then
the hell?
you straight up acting like community dick and just leaving it in.
Community dick.
Good Lord. So he said, I don't got no money. Good luck. And she said, no one cares about your money. Good, he says. And he says, also, I know you don't want to raise a kid by yourself. You need a man that's going to be there with you when we aren't even together. Forget the money part. She says, I want to keep the baby. I'll raise it by myself, but you'll have to take responsibility. I don't need a man, especially a man like you. This right here, guys.
You sure
This
let him
should
put it in you,
signal
though.
that he is not the man that he claims to be. You are not the man that you claim to be, Mr. Fresh. There's no way you can be that. Close the door, please. I'm live. Close the door, please. I'm live. Sorry, my son just doesn't care about what I'm doing.
Nobody does, apparently.
You need a man that's going to be there for you. You know, we aren't even together. She wants to keep the baby. She don't need no man. Didn't you know she was like that when you got with her? Why would you get with a woman that has that mentality that you complain about on your show? A woman that says, I don't need no man. I can get it by myself. These text messages throw both of y'all dumbasses under the bus because you both look stupid. You look like you have no situational awareness, no foresight, and you look like a total fraud. How did this happen to Mr. Walter from Fresh and Fit? How, Sway? So then he asked her,
I don't know how your show's going to do after this.
why would you want a kid with someone like me? It makes no sense, but okay. Once again, deflecting responsibility. Why would you skeet in her? This is like we playing outside, Mo. And I decide, man, I'm about to throw this ball at the glass window. Maybe it'll break, maybe it won't. I don't care, but I'm just gonna throw it. Right. And I go, right? And everything shatters. Am I responsible for the fact that I just broke a fucking window because I threw the ball knowing that there was a potential that the glass could break?
Yes.
Okay. So you threw the ball, sir, knowing that there was potential that the glass could break. And then you say, why would you want a kid with someone like me? This is like me saying to Mo's like, Soonie, you just broke the fucking glass. And I say, well, why would you play catch with someone like me?
That's a good question. I can't catch. That's your bad. That's your bad, Soonie.
Look, you sound like Fresh and Fit. That's your bad.
Like,
why would you play catch with somebody like me?
Why did you assume that I was going to catch the ball? Because you said you wanted to play catch. Yeah, but that was dumb of you to assume that I would like follow through.
Yeah.
I got all the
Makes
text
no
messages
sense.
where we talked about playing catch.
We talked about this, Mo. What are you talking about? Dang, he said this something. Okay, makes no sense, but okay. And she says, because I'm not a killer. And when I was with you, I loved you. Because I only realized now I was with the wrong person and you lied to me. Does this make sense? I thought you were smart. Say less. He says, I didn't lie to you. It's not about being a killer. It's about doing what's best for us and also a child. I don't think killing a child is in its best interest, Mr. Walter. No.
You don't think?
It's not what's you want what's best for you. It would be very selfish to bring a child into this world without a fully committed parent. It was selfish for you to lay down and skeet up the school, bro. You shot up the hallway.
You shot up the club, Walter.
You put the kids on the bus,
chicks.
bro.
4 chicks.
You don't think that's irresponsible? You don't think that's selfish?
Oh.
Neither of us are ready to deal with something like this. She says it's selfish to make me pregnant and then left me and lied to me. I'm not selfish. You are. You should worry about the 4 other girls you fucked with now and learn from your lesson because I learned mine from you. And this is someone messaging her and someone says, babe, I was with him in December.
Oh, I was just wondering about the other girls. Oh, this is the other girl.
These are the other girls.
Okay.
She said, make sure you get an STD test ASAP. I did it when I was with him. He only admitted today he has sex with other women without protection. We didn't use protection, and he came in me multiple times.
Walter.
Mr. Walter, who preaches about the importance of fathers, right?
Oh.
You are actively out here indiscriminately shooting up the club, buddy.
Right?
You're not a father, but you are damn sure on track to make yourself one, right? So let's continue. We're going to wrap this up. I've been tested and I'm clean. And the woman is just like, are you okay? I'm sorry he did this to you. I didn't know about you. I was staying with him in mid-December. So this is something that this guy has a track record of doing, which is, see how our conversations comes full circle? Charlie Kirk, put the red pill down, sir. Put it down because it's about to lose its steam. Yeah. Shout out to Red Pill Mike, who just came on here. I can respect this, Red Pill Mike. I lost respect for Fresh. More men should lose respect from him because you're telling other women, other men to keep their seed and be responsible. But here you are shooting up the club in an Instagram baddie. A woman that has no problem showing her all her body on the internet to strangers that she don't even know. Look at that. Why would you be with a woman like that? Why?
I hate when chicks work out at the gym like this.
Why would you get with a woman like that? Now somebody would say, well, she's a bodybuilder. Listen, she bent it over and busted open while she was working out.
Oh,
all of her clothes are provocative.
Yeah. And just FYI, this is her workout account because her other account that these text messages were posted originally to is gone. You know, no age.
The type of woman he's dealing with.
Yeah, you keep talking.
Having sex with a big strong. That bitch is strong.
Yeah.
How, sir?
Manly. Now I'm starting to question you in all types of ways, Walter. What happened?
You don't know. Sorry, this page isn't available. Ooh.
What? She got wind. It's gone.
Are you sure?
It literally disappeared. Yes. Unless Instagram went down.
Refresh.
Hold on. Let me go home.
There's no way.
No?
No way. Hold on. Let me look too. What's her name?
Hold on. Let me get it back up. It's Daisy Fit _Chen. It's gone.
What if you got blocked, Mo?
But I didn't say. How would she not block me? How would she even know to block me?
No, it's gone. It's literally gone.
Dang, that shit got shut down live on Somewhere in the Middle. And that was before. Listen, I was about to show you her story because she was posting a picture of her getting a blood test. And then she was posting like the paperwork from the blood test. And she's like, I'm not whatever. Damn, I wish I would have saved it.
Well, y'all.
And there was a live on there.
What do y'all think in the comment section? We can still talk about it, but I would like to hear what people from the comment section think. Is this someone that should be charged with giving men advice in this environment? Because if we listen to Fresh and Fit, there's nothing in it for men as far as marriage and relationships go.
Mm-hmm.
If we listen to Fresh and Fit, men are the leaders. Men carry all the logic. Men determine whether you get asked to get married, right? And women, the only thing that we control is access to sex, right?
Mm-hmm.
So men are supposed to be the logically thinking figures, the leaders. But you're literally sleeping with 4 different women, 5, including the one that we just talked about,
Mm-hmm.
and having unprotected sex with all of them and shooting up the school. Don't you think that there is a risk of her getting pregnant, either one of them? And then you tell her to get an abortion after you preach about the importance of fathers?
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't want a baby with her, why would you have sex with her?
Or any of the other 4 that you were going to get tested.
Or any of the other 4. Why would you do that?
Yeah. You know, you're right. Like Charlie Kirk, everybody just hopping on this train. You're about to ruin your career because number one, you hopped on it too late. You should have hopped on it when Kevin Samuels was talking about it because that's when it was good.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin Samuels, I feel, was pretty reasonable to a certain extent in the way he addressed it. These guys have taken it to another level. Okay. Another level.
Oh, they're just teaching men to be whores.
Yeah.
And I don't care how men feel about that. You're teaching men to be whores, not have any dick discipline, and sleep with whatever they deem is suitable for them because we're men. We could do whatever we want. That sounds like a woman.
Yeah.
Sounds like a woman. And then you got, on top of that, you got with a whole boss babe, bro. The same women that you complain about.
Yeah.
I don't need no man. I don't need you. Yes, you do, ma'am. That's the father of your child. I want to run this clip real quick. And then I got to dip off. I'm so mad because I want to do the show. I want to talk about Brick and Candace and everything else. This is a clip from today. This is from his most recent show where he is responding to all these things, all these quote unquote allegations against him.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where he openly admits that he did sleep with her and he did, skeet up in that. Shout out to Julius. He's the one who actually got me the clip. I appreciate you, man.
First and foremost,
We do have the phone.
this.
Did you hear the excuse that did you hear the deflection?
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have nutted in a 304 like this. Why are you sleeping with 304s like this?
Right.
This is the equivalent of what women do. Women sleep with shitty dudes and get upset when they get pregnant and get all butthurt when they end up as single moms.
Mm-hmm.
You are doing exactly what women do. You are skeeting in them and then getting mad when they end up pregnant and doing what you say 304s do.
Yeah. This
so
is
where's your discernment as a man?
And I can't wait to hear what else he has. Is there more to this?
No, I just wanted to clip where he just literally said he did it.
Oh, shit, because I wanted to hear the rest of it. But this is why I say men or women, doesn't matter whose mouth it's coming out of. If the person that is preaching to you about how to do this, that, and the third, okay, make sure that they have the credentials to back up what they're saying. Don't listen to people talk to you about relationships who aren't in a relationship. Don't listen to people who talk to you about marriage who are not in a marriage. Don't listen to people who talk to you about kids who don't have kids. I know a lot of people will say, oh, well, it doesn't mean that I can't talk about it. Personally, listen, the proof is in the pudding. Okay. These people who have no credentials, y'all are zero. Okay. You have not changed my opinion on this one bit. I don't care how many things you've read and podcasts you've watched. You have no idea what you're talking about, and the proof is in the fact that you yourself do not have a relationship, a substantial relationship.
Yep.
Please.
I have the phone call. You want to hear that too?
Yeah. Okay. That's what I wanted to hear. Yes.
Yeah. So this is a leaked phone call. They said alpha male Fresh and his alleged girlfriend that has circulated on X. The conversation and screenshots of the messages were uploaded to an Instagram by Fresh's alleged girlfriend, Daisy Fitchin, which does not exist anymore. The woman can be heard saying that she wants a baby because I don't want to kill the baby. I don't want to kill nobody. It goes against her religion. We don't kill.
All right. I want the baby because I don't want to kill the baby. I don't want to kill nobody.
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't want to.
Pause. She's a whole immigrant.
Yes. These are, wait a minute. Can we really? I'm so glad you said that. Can we talk about the fact that the passport bros are still getting done? They claim to be going to these countries to get away from Western women, but you ultimately ended up with a Western woman.
Pretty much.
Who is now, she's not listening to you. She's not saying, I'll be submissive and go kill my baby.
Yeah.
She said, fuck you. I'm keeping this baby.
I do for you. No, she's not saying
Bark
that.
like a dog. She's not doing that. She said, absolutely not, sir. So passport bros, take this L on the chin.
You're taking an L.
You're not. They just give you a pill and it's over. No. I'm pregnant. No, but that's what I'm saying. The pill, they just give it to you from a doctor and then you're good. I am pregnant. I can't pretending like nothing happened. I can't. In my religion, we don't kill. You're not killing.
You're not killing.
Okay. I want to keep the baby. Okay. Well, like I said, I just don't want any kids. No. Okay, so what you gonna do? And what you gonna do to me? Nothing.
She wants a payday.
Well, why did I do anything to you? Nothing. Why did I do anything to you? No, I know. So, like, how are you gonna deal with this? By saying I don't want a baby? That's all? I mean, let's go to the doctor, I guess. To the doctor? So you want abortion? I mean, yeah. Why do you want a kid now? And why do you make me pregnant now? That's I'm like, there's no way that's true. But then I said, oh, wow. Like. So just think about it. It's meant to be. God wants you to have the baby.
I'm sorry.
Bro, listen, I'm on a Reddit thread right now, and it literally just Daisy Fit Chen just removed her Instagram. Like, what the fuck? It happened live on her show.
You saw it here first, bro.
You saw it here first.
You have to make that a clip right away, bruh. She just said, God wants you to have this baby. Bitch, did you just... No, you did not bring my Lord into this and say he wanted this. First of all, y'all were having premarital sex, which is a sin. Second of all, this ain't your husband. Third of all, you a whole thought box out here. Don't be bringing God into this mix. God ain't have nothing to do with what unholy madness was going on behind them closed door between the sheets.
Lynn, her TikTok, I just checked, is down to something's up. Something is up, okay? First of all, let me say this. I know I said a couple of shows ago that Asian people are typically believable because they look like cartoon characters and sound very believable. But just hearing her voice, she sounds very conniving.
She said, God did it.
She was like, what you gonna do? Like, what you gonna do? Like, that was code for, well, how much are you gonna pay me to not have this baby? She is looking for a payday.
That's true.
That's what she's looking for. And she's like, well, that's it. You just want me to get an abortion? No,
That's
I don't
it?
kill babies. The fuck you don't. When y'all have too many girls in China, y'all kill them. What are you talking about?
Ooh, shots fired.
What are y'all talking about? Daisy, Walter, we came for you enough. Daisy, you next.
Get this work, Daisy.
Definitely not. It is. God wants you to have a baby. 7 years never happened. And then you're fucking me for a month and I'm pregnant. What does that mean? Well, now I just think about it, if you force me to kill the baby, then you're a sin. Well, we already sinned by having sex. But it's too late now, you know? But honestly,
We don't have the entire call. I'm still looking for the entire call. I want to hear what was said in its entirety.
Dude, Daisy is, listen, Daisy is a whole Chinese mail order slut. And Walter, you're a slut maker.
And to be honest, he's a very ugly man. So we all know that y'all are with him for some sort of status, because this dude is not attractive in the slightest. Not in the slightest. What are you looking at? You need to show us all.
Oh, because I was trying to find images. Something weird's going on here. Okay, so apparently her Instagram went down yesterday too. And then she posted this that said, he hacked me.
How's he hacking you?
I don't know, dude. This is so juicy. Look at this.
He got with an Instagram. Hold on, pull that picture up, both of them right next to that one. Right there.
Oh,
you got with a whore.
God.
You knew this girl was a whore. You knew it. Y'all was loving on each other publicly.
When
Come
I
on,
first
bro.
saw you, I knew you were the love of my life. This is juicy, Soonie. This is way juicy. What is all this? Y'all,
our feeling for each other was genuine. I gotta go, man.
Damn. This is a good topic though. We could just stay on this all damn day.
We could stay here all day. We don't even gotta talk about nothing else. This is the biggest L that the red pill community is going to take, bro. You got a thought box pregnant while critiquing thought boxes. How do you sleep with what you hate?
You see this?
How?
She can't even spell his name. She said Frosh paying for a
30K bracelet, then coming up with a paywall idea. He has rocks for brains. So he said, is this Fang Fang that Swalwell slept with?
The Chinese spy. Dang.
Fang Fang. We have to find it somewhere. I don't know if the entire conversation is posted, but while I am looking for it, while I'm off, I'm sorry, I'll be looking for it and I'll be feeding Mo information. I'm so sorry.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad because I just want to sit here and just like look at all these things. Because like here's them talking about the bracelet. She's saying it's fake. First of all, the fact that she has made it like whoever this account, whatever. Let me see what this account is on Reddit because she got a lot of stuff.
You would hate on me for being on Reddit. Now look at you.
I never hated on you for.
Can you play Myron real quick? He is such an emotional man. Look at his ass. Emotional, crazy bitch. This crazy bitch. Why can't I hear it? I can't hear it.
Oh, sorry. I was like, oh my God. Sorry. I was all
in it. He looks like a
it.
psychopath. He looks like women losing their minds on the internet.
I don't even understand what this is. Oh, wait, hold on. Shit. I keep fucking forgetting to.
You got to send me that. I'm going to make so many clips tonight, Mo. Please send me that. Send me that whole thread.
Dude, tell your guests to leave. This is not the good time to come right now. Put them on the live real quick. I need to tell them to get the fuck out. Is that your brother? Is it your brother?
No.
Hey, y'all hear me in there? Y'all gotta get the fuck out. We gotta show.
Good Lord.
It said that I got her pregnant when I fucking did it. And then you dumbasses, 3 years later, believe some bitch that makes the same fucking allegations again. You fucking
Yeah.
idiot.
Can you send me that? This is evidence of an unhinged.
And then you
He has no emotional discipline.
fucking allegations.
Is he getting mad at the situation?
He was accused. So this is not the first time they have been caught doing this.
Oh.
They keep getting women pregnant and then telling the women to murder the baby. He is unraveling. Thank you for that caption, because that's what I'm gonna put.
Because
Unraveling.
because their whole podcast is about to crash down in flames.
It's about to go down in fucking flames. I'm gonna see if I can pop back in here. But if I don't come back, guys, please do us a favor and share the crap out of this show. If you're watching and you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna try to inch my way back in here. Hey, I'll be back.
Yeah,
But I do have to go entertain my guests. I'm sorry.
Fake like a leg cramp or something.
Oh, I gotta throw up.
Oh, she getting a DNA test, y'all.
Dun dun dun. I'll see if I can come back. I'll see you guys.
Oh, she posted the ultrasound. Okay, she posted ultrasound pictures. Bye, Soonie. Bye. Okay, let me share my screen, y'all. We're just gonna like hang on this for a second because I need to do a little bit of like looky at what's going on here. So this was the live that I was trying to show you guys. Okay, before her page got taken down. This is her posting pictures of her ultrasound. Okay. She's posting pictures of the ultrasound. And there's clearly a baby in there. Now, we don't know that that's her ultrasound, but, you know, I don't know. But then she also posted, say no more DNA test if he has the fucking balls. So the picture that I couldn't show you guys on her story was her getting the DNA test. That was her getting the DNA test. So, yeah. Let me just see if there's any more information here. And then we'll just move on because I just can't do this. Like I could go down this rabbit hole. Is this a video? No. I'm just trying to find a video. Myron goes on a rant on loyalty. Okay. I take it back. We're watching this.
Regardless of whether it's
Here we go.
convenient or like, I don't get it. Like, it really does fucking piss me off. When the Andrew Tate allegations came out, fucking pissed me off. When people talk shit about Fresh, gets me fucking mad. When people talk shit about Sneeko, etc. If you're my friend, you're my friend. I'm with you, regardless of whether it's convenient or not. You fucking pussies in the chat that say you're loyal to a fault. Shut the fuck up. That does not exist in my fucking vocabulary. Loyal to a fault, because you're loyal regardless. The whole definition of loyal is being loyal and sticking by somebody, whether it's convenient or not, to fucking be there. I don't believe in this term loyal to a fault. Okay? And if the fault is death, then guess what? I die with a fucking spine. A lot of you motherfuckers are jellyfish. No fucking spine. And that's the reason why a lot of you motherfuckers are fat. You're fresh. He's only dead. He's only done. Well, fuck you. All right?
Whoa. Like, there's more to this. But he's getting that upset over the mistakes that his friend did. Listen.
I don't need to make a fucking cent off this fucking podcast. I'm fine. My real estate will take care of me, because I knew that if I want to say what the fuck I want to say and not sell my soul, I need to go ahead and build residual income coming in every fucking month so I can sit here and tell you fucking haters, fuck you.
Okay, so what this rant is about is the fact that he knows his fresh and fit empire is probably going to come crashing down as a result of this. Okay, so he's basically saying, oh, well, I have all these properties and so I can say whatever I want to say and I don't have to worry about it. This doesn't matter to me. Then why are you getting so upset? Why are you feeling the need to defend yourself? I guarantee you he's probably ripping into Walter. Okay, on the side. Because would a real man be this emotional? No, they wouldn't. But yet they tell you all the time, they tell you guys all the time how to be real men.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say, and I don't give a fuck what anybody got to say. I cannot be bought. I have my soul. I have my spine. I have my integrity. I got my 10 toes and my 2 feet, and I fucking stand where the fuck I'm going to stand. And if I die there, I'll die there with a smile on my face. 'Cause I go
2 words, chill pill. Wow. Okay, well, I'm sure Sootie's going to want that entire clip. So I'm going to send that to her really quick. So give me just a second because I need to send it to her in WhatsApp. I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't even know what to say. Why is he yelling and crying? So it's over that the scandal with Walter, with Fresh, that Chinese chick, I don't know if you were listening earlier, Red Pill, the Chinese chick that Fresh was messing with, one of 4 or 5 total that he was messing with, came up pregnant. And she basically was like, I'm not going to get an abortion. You need to take care of this baby. And he's like, no, I don't want to have a baby. And basically we went through reading all the text messages, which were insane. So if you missed that and you're just now joining, you're going to have to go back and watch that. Watch that one again, because that was spicy. Okay, let's move on to another topic. Let's talk about Diddy. Yes, the other guy that was sitting across the table was Walter, the guy that was being accused. Okay, so the latest on Diddy is number one, he still hasn't been arrested, which a lot of people have been kind of like talking about that. But I think, at least I have, we've seen enough of raids, like knowing and learning about how raids go, right? Where it's obvious that raid was to gather evidence to substantiate the claims that are being made in the allegations filed by Lil Rod and other people, claiming that Diddy, has done some things, okay, that are not very favorable. So I think what people need to understand is it may take a little while, not too long, because I think they have like a certain amount of time to at least press the preliminary charges on him, if they're going to press any charges. They have a certain amount of time to do that in. And then they have, I think, an extended period of time to continue to add more charges onto that. So that's why you haven't seen him arrested, because that whole raid was basically just them executing a warrant to go in and search for, the videos, right, that were stated in the lawsuit that supposedly exist. And, other things, drugs, alcohol bottles that have alcohol that's also tainted with drugs and whatnot. But in addition to that, Diddy's former bodyguard, which we've seen before, Gene Deal, made some statements on, they showed it on Fox News, but it was The Art of Dialogue. I think it was the channel that he was on. And he said this, and I thought this was pretty interesting. And then I'm going to read an article to you guys as well about Diddy's son.
I think it's only celebrities going to be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there. He also had a couple of preachers in there.
You personally, you think they got tapes?
Well, my personal opinion that if Lil Rob could be trusted and his statements are true, they got him. They got tapes of stuff.
Now, if Diddy had tapes, the feds have them. That's a lot of blackmail.
I don't think it's...
So there's 2 theories here that we can go with, that the feds actually went in to grab the tapes and the evidence, or they went in to grab them so that they were never seen by anybody, which could also be a possibility. Here we have Diddy riding around Miami looking quite carefree on his bicycle. He was talking to people. There were people that were shouting his name, and he was taking photos with people. He even looks like he has gotten a little bit more in shape, because in the recent months, Diddy was looking a little thicker. And, he's older guy, but he was out there riding his bike and just living his life. And I had made a post and I said, hey, this is the sign of a man who has probably made a plea deal stating that he will cooperate with the authorities if this is a legit investigation. That he'll cooperate with the authorities and give them everything and tell them everything in exchange for some type of shortened sentence or immunity. Okay. I even, like, in the back of my mind of Mo, just like I did with Jeffrey Epstein, is, and the reason why I say this is because somebody very close to me works for one of the 3-letter agencies, and he has always said to me, you'd be surprised who works for us. You'd be surprised who works for us. So, I mean, when I see things like The Sound of Freedom, and they talk about how, agents go onto these secret islands in other countries and they pretend to be people who want to buy children for the purposes of having sex or torturing or killing them. Why is it so far-fetched to believe that somebody like Diddy or somebody like Epstein would, to our eyes, look crazy and disgusting and salacious, or even R. Kelly? Let's just throw R. Kelly in there also. I don't know. I know this is like a really far-fetched theory, but I don't think that, like, what we see is exactly what it is. And sometimes I think it's very far from what it is. Okay. So here's the latest development with Diddy's son. Diddy's son, Christian, has now been accused of sexual assault in a new lawsuit separate from Diddy's, amid Diddy's sex trafficking accusations. So the article goes on to state that Christian King Combs sexually assaulted her while she was an employee on his father's yacht. In a new complaint filed Thursday in Los Angeles Superior Court, Grace O. Marquet accused Christian, 26 years old, of sexual assault, sexual harassment, and infliction of emotional distress while she was working on a boat chartered by the rapper for a trip in late December 2022. I saw that somebody had asked in one of the podcasts that I was watching, like, why didn't they raid his yachts? We don't know that they didn't raid his yachts, but what was the big television extravaganza was his home in Miami getting raided and his home in Beverly Hills getting raided. We are not necessarily sure if his yachts got raided or they didn't get raided. So Omakari said in the filing that she had been 25 years old at the time and worked as a steward on the yacht, providing dinner and drink service to guests from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. During her shift, she said she was a constant rotation of during her shift, she said she saw a, quote, constant rotation of suspected sex workers and celebrities partying and taking drugs. She claimed in the complaint that around December 28th, 2022, Christian boarded the yacht to record with music producer Rodney Lil Rod, who is the one that filed that lawsuit, who also filed a lawsuit, alleged that when Diddy's son came aboard, he was heavily intoxicated and paid particular attention to her. Christian was heavily intoxicated. Okay. Marquet then claimed in the complaint that he pressured her to take a shot of tequila, and after she took the drink, he became aggressive and tried to get her to drink more. She said she quickly suspected that the tequila had been spiked after previously witnessing other women fall over and pass out after one drink. She became fearful of the side effects. So my question is, you saw women drinking a drink. See, ladies, this is where you go wrong. I'll continue to read, but you see women taking a drink and falling over, and a guy, Diddy's son, comes over to you with the same drink and you take it. Why? See, this is the problem. This is why I'm not defensive of people like R. Kelly. I'm not defensive of people like Bill Cosby. But the woman has a certain type of responsibility. Like, if it was me, and I know that not everybody's me, but if I'm at a party and I'm working, serving drinks, passing out appetizers, and I'm noticing that chicks are like dropping dead in front of me after they sip from a tequila or, from a shot glass, and you come over to me with the shot glass, I'm going to say, no, thank you. I'll pass. And I will get whatever I have to do. I'll get my phone. I know I'm in a boat in the middle of the ocean. I'll get my phone. I'll make a phone call very discreetly to the police. And I'll explain the situation. But that's just me. Okay? Whatever. All right. She claimed that things then escalated and Christian allegedly began groping her body and private parts. The complaint claimed to have audio recordings. Man, everybody's got an audio recording these days. Every single person has an audio recording these days. Two of which, and it was taken by the Sun, two of which were reviewed by NBC News. Omar K declining alcohol, saying this is what was heard on the audio. She was declining alcohol, saying she had to leave. Oh, so she did decline it. Okay, girl. And telling Christian Combs to stop touching her with what sounds like kissing noises in the background. Okay, I take it all back. I called you a stupid bitch. I take it all back. Omar K said in the complaint that she was finally able to leave the studio and attempted to get back. The studio? I thought she was on a boat. Okay. Leave the studio and attempted to get back to her duties. However, she said Christian found her again later in the night and insisted that she find him a place to sleep. She claimed that after she directed him to the Yacht Cinema, which was on another sleeping space, he blocked her in and began groping her. She alleged that he had grabbed her arms and was trying to force her to perform oral sex on him, and even including photos of bruising on her arms that she claims were caused by Christian grabbing her. Omar K said she fought him off until someone else walked into the room. She said that in the filing, she complained to the yacht captain the next day, but alleged that he did not believe her and that he did not investigate. She also claimed that he retaliated against her until she was let go a few months later in May 2023. Following the termination, she claimed in a lawsuit that her mental health deteriorated and she suffered from anxiety, panic attacks, and severe suicidal ideations. She also claimed she developed an eating disorder and epileptic seizures as a result of the incident. Diddy was also named as a defendant in the lawsuit for aiding and abetting his son in the alleged assault and under premises liability as the person who chartered the yacht. Like father, like son, it gives us no joy or pleasure in filing the suit against Christian Combs, Omar K's attorney said in a statement. I applaud Grace for being so brave to come forward with her truth. Her other attorney added, hopefully her story will inspire others to come forward. Honey, I'm sure a lot will come forward. Inspire? Okay, Cassie inspired everybody because she had a quick payout. After Cassie got her, 24-hour payout, all kinds of inspiration came out of the woodworks. Representatives for Diddy and Christian did not respond for requests for a comment. The allegations, meanwhile, are the latest in a string of lawsuits alleging the abused rapper is facing, though he has previously denied all accusations. Okay. Wow. How many of you guys think that there's actually going to be any type of arrest or serious consequences for Diddy in this situation? I keep going back and forth. Because I think that, sorry guys, I think I'm freezing. I don't know why I'm freezing. Might be the website I'm on. Let me know if you guys still hear me. Do you hear me clearly? I don't know what's going on. Do you guys hear me clearly now? Okay, it looks like I'm frozen. Okay. I go back and forth because while the raid looked really spicy and all, and I remember like R. Kelly went through something very similar. It took a while. It took a while for anything to happen, which I think is understandable, right? But then part of me wonders, like, if Diddy is so powerful, right? And he can like supposedly off anybody he wants to off, like, why was Gene Deal for the longest time? Because he's been talking for a long time. Gene, Usher, there was that like really weird video that Kevin Hart also like said some stuff. There's been other people. Like, why do those people get to survive the Diddy? It's like the Diddy curse. Like, if you talk about him, you just, he kills you. He doesn't want anything coming in between him and his empire. So again, I'm in this space now that I just like question everything. And I'm just like, the fact that it's so easily accessible, all this Diddy information, and every other day there's new information coming out. Like, why I'm suspect of it all. Okay. So I'll leave it at that, but you guys let me know what you think. If you think Marlandon thinks that there's going to be some consequences, I think, or he's just responding that you all could hear me. Haley says they are probably trying to find the tapes and Diddy still has them, or Diddy is just trying to save face. I mean, we don't know. We don't know what they found in that raid or what they pulled out, but they really tore that place apart. If Diddy suspected anything, yeah, he would have had time to like empty his spot out beforehand, right? Like, it was listed in the court filings that Diddy has people on the inside, like with the LAPD and all this other stuff. He has stuff on the inside, people telling him, people helping him, but then like there's this other thing. This is what keeps my mind going in the way of this all just seems so easily like, I don't know. Let me know what you think of this. Okay. So Diddy posted this on his Instagram page, and this is just a clip from the Neighborhood Talk, but he posted "Bad Boy for Life." Okay. And it's a repost of his video Victory. I don't know if y'all remember this. I can play a bit of it, but I don't want to play it all. So what you're going to see here is in the beginning of this video, it's Diddy in his mansion, with a bunch of women laying around, and there's a raid that takes place and he escaped. I'll have to, if you guys watched it now, great. If you're watching this on the replay, you're probably not going to see hear any audio from that because I have to mute it. Otherwise, we will get copywritten. We will get copywritten, but in order for me to reverse it, I have to mute it. So yeah, I mean, like, he's like openly mocking us and the whole situation. Like, he ain't got nothing to worry about. So just seems very interesting to me. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes. Okay. Let's talk about Lauren Bobert. Okay. Lauren Bobert. She, posted on her page, on her Instagram page or something, on her Twitter page, that she was being treated for an illness. Okay. She was being treated for an illness. She is a representative for Colorado. If you guys don't know what she looks like, that's what she looks like. Okay. She's that little badass. Remember, she was seen in a movie theater. I don't know who it was with her, but somebody was like rubbing up against her leg and all this other stuff. Liddell thinks she's a cutie patootie. Okay. Okay. So United States Congresswoman Lauren Bobert has been diagnosed with May-Thurner syndrome, an uncommon vascular condition, after having a blood clot removed from her leg. Okay. Question is, did she get the jibbity jab? In May-Thurner syndrome, arteries in the pelvis, sounds so painful, become compressed, leading to blood flow problems and potentially blood clots in the left leg. Bobert's surgery was a success and she is making a full recovery. However, her ordeal has brought attention to a condition that may in fact be more widespread than previously believed. According to the statement from her campaign on April 3rd, the 37-year-old Congresswoman from Colorado was admitted to the UC Health Medical Center for severe swelling in her upper left leg. Doctors identified an acute blood clot using a CT scan and subsequently diagnosed Bobert with May-Turner syndrome. The following day, she underwent surgery to remove the clot and insert a stent in her leg. Although it's unclear what the exact cause of the clot was, Bobert's team cited dehydration, travel, and extended periods of sitting as a potential factors. After taking time to rest as recommended by doctors, she's expected to make a full recovery with no significant concerns for her long-term health and no hindrance to her ability to perform her duties. Okay. So, I don't know. This seems like a very serious condition to just be brought on by dehydration, and exhaustion and sitting too long. But I'm no medical expert. Okay. I'm no medical expert. I could be wrong. Okay. Now, although it says that she's going to make a full recovery and this shouldn't affect her job, I sniff something coming. Okay. I sniff something coming. I don't know what it is, but I don't necessarily trust it because, you know, we've had a couple people like announce that they were going to step away from their position in Congress. And, you know, day by day, it seems like we're losing the majority and it's not good for us. We're losing the majority in the House. If we don't maintain that majority and if we don't get the majority in the Senate, if we don't control both the House and the Senate, it really doesn't matter if Trump becomes president because he will be tied up in more allegations and impeachments and all this other stuff. And he won't be able to get anything done. He will be a lame duck president. So this is very serious what's going on here. Patty says, sounds like a femoral aneurysm. I had that surgery and it's major. Yeah, it sounds major. Some people in Congress trying to get Sonia Sotomayor to retire. I heard that. You know, she is battling diabetes. Yeah, and she's also old. You know, she's also old. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're slowly trying to, I don't know, like pay people off. What do you guys think? Something's real fishy because we just had a lot of people. But, you know, then I can't help but remember that last year, remember we had a bunch of Democrats doing the same thing. Like they were all like retiring or stepping down or dying. Like, am I crazy or was that happening too? Like on the Democrat side, that was happening and we were getting all excited about that. And then they still had the majority. I don't know. It's all some crazy game. You know, I forgot to show this. Going back to the Diddy thing, Soonie had sent me this. In addition, so these are some pictures, it looks like, from these Diddy parties. Oh my gosh. Who's in these pictures? I mean, that's clearly Diddy on the ground. I don't know who that girl is. Oh, that's when that girl's weave caught on fire. That was at a video shoot, though. That was kind of funny. Anyways, I just wanted to put that out there because I remember Soonie sent that to me. But I wanted to pull up the stuff on Candace Owens. Sorry, I got to go through. It's weird when she sends me stuff. It's like it doesn't have like a title to it. Okay, so Andrew Schultz is the guy. So Andrew Schultz went on Andrew Schultz called out Ben Shapiro and asked if it's an Israeli media platform and ponders if he's tricking Christian conservatives. Okay. So that doesn't make sense to you. Basically, he's going after Ben Shapiro. So I want to go ahead and play this because this is interesting. And I don't know who this guy is, Andrew Schultz. I don't know why his name sounds familiar, but I don't know who he is.
He makes the argument for censorship. He calls it something else.
Yeah, I forget the term. I have it in my phone.
But I don't even think he's using the term right. But he's basically like, there's a window of ideas we accept.
Yes.
And we accept ideas between this, I guess this is, if I get window, you're looking like this. So we accept ideas between here and here. And anything anything outside of that window, well, you're fireable. That's censorship. But he's acting as if this is like a justified reason for firing people when you built your identity and platform off of no censorship and freedom of speech and facts don't care about your feelings and all this shit.
It's also funny that window happens to end where his beliefs end.
Isn't
it interesting?
You would say that.
Not being pro-Israel, that's where the window ends. That's also your specific personal belief.
What?
So I just don't see.
You can't have an opinion on your platform that is not pro a country that is not ours?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Crazy.
So is the Daily Wire an American media platform or is it an Israeli media platform? I'm just asking.
This guy's cooking.
I'm just asking. If the rule is, I'm just saying, if the rule is you cannot be critical, because he has no problem being very critical of America.
Yep.
He's critical of the left in America. Left is half the country. You have no problem eviscerating half of the country.
That's the current party in power.
But you can't criticize Israel as a country. That's just another country, unless you're saying, and you're clearly admitting, that the Daily Wire is an arm of the Israeli, I guess, media or propaganda machine. Is that? Oof. Are you manipulating the religious right in America? Are you manipulating the right-wing conservatives in America and selling them country western movies and putting on your little cowboy hat and fake moving to Nashville so that you could take all their money and then in the process restricting free speech, one of the core tenets of the American identity? Ben.
Oof. Benjamin.
What is happening? There's trouble in paradise. He makes...
That was awesome. And he's so right? And Soonie's so right, because I'm posting up here her comments as well. He's saying what we're all saying. You guys find it funny how like a lot of these shows, like Shannon Sharp and now this show and other shows, they bring on comedians, okay? Under the guise of, we're interviewing a comedian. This is this is just funny. We're not really criticizing anybody. We're just being funny to basically spill facts. And the shout out to the comedians, because I feel like comedians it's slipping away. Okay. But comedians are probably one of the few that still have their First Amendment rights, to tell you the truth, because we're all losing them for sure. So he's basically calling out Ben Shapiro and he's calling out the Daily Wire and saying, you guys made a business off of telling people about your rights as an American, your freedom of speech, First Amendment, blah, 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 blah. And, I'm sorry, that only applies up until when somebody says something that you don't like, something that you find blood libel, something that you find, what is the word? Oh my God. What is it? Not racist, but the Jews version of it. You know what I mean? So anyways, Ben, you've got a lot to answer for. Okay. So cut to today. Candace looks like she wants to debate Ben Shapiro. I'm going to try to make this bigger so y'all can see this. She wants to anti-Semitic. There you go. She wants to debate Ben Shapiro. Okay. After replying to Anomaly, who posted this, she said, I would like to debate Ben Shapiro on Israel and the current definition of anti-Semitism. Now, I want to bring something up that I saw on Bryson's wife's page, Shekinah. If you follow her, Shekinah Gray, she's awesome. She had posted a poll, and she said, between Ben and Candace, who would win the argument or this debate? Who would win this debate? And like 75% of the people voted for Candace Owens, okay? The next question on that slide was, do you think Candace is well-versed enough on being able to debate Israel historically, right? Because, Ben's going to hit her with all the historical facts of Israel. Do you think that she is going to be able to win that debate based on her knowledge of the history, right? The history, other than the fact that, it's just wrong. It's just wrong to kill people. You shouldn't do that. Like, other than that argument, is she going to be able to come up with another argument? And that got me to think, but I think Candace is smart enough to not let Ben deter her with complicated facts about the history, right? Because on another side of that, I was watching, I think it was like an interview, and I'm going to pull it up here. I think I have it, but I was watching an interview that Dr. Phil did with a Palestinian and an Islamic person. And they were trying to justify killing kids, okay, over this conflict. And Dr. Phil said, I don't care what the history and what the reason is behind why this is happening. You can't do that. You can't treat people like that. Okay. So I suspect that's kind of, I mean, Candace is no dummy. I suspect that that's kind of the angle she's going to go with it. And I never understand Twitter, by the way, you guys. So just bear with me because I'm not a Twitter or an X person. But I'm going to read to you some tweets that have been coming up here. So Jeremy Boring says, I don't know your international travel schedule, Candace. I know when you've wanted to talk to someone in the past, you've flown across the world to make it happen. You asked for this debate, Ben agreed to debate. Okay. So she replies back to him and she says, barring the odd insinuation that you didn't know your own employees were booked on international flights to come join me in London to film for your platform, this is great. I fully accept. No moderator. I will get in touch privately to get this set up. Major win. Oh, see, Candace she always comes back, okay, with the fire. Then she says, so there's a lot of back and forth. I wish somebody could tell me how to read this. Maybe I should start at the bottom. I know I can hear Soonie in my head right now saying, you're such a, what does she always call me? A boomer. She always calls me a boomer. Okay. I'm almost there, people. I'm almost there. Okay, so Candace said 3 hours ago, I'm sure you can appreciate why I'd prefer to keep this off the Daily Wire platform, as well as true reason why we would never be able to make discussion happen. Let's choose a neutral, trustworthy platform. I vote Patrick Bet David. She was responding to Ben, who said, sure, Candace, to her saying, I want to debate you. I texted you on February 29th offering this very thing. Let's do it on my show, The Daily Wire, this Monday at 5 p.m. in our studios in Nashville. 90 minutes, live streamed. Okay, so that's what she responded to him. She said, I will also throw at Joe Rogan as an option or your buddy Lex Friedman. Truly, pick a moderator or agree to do this live one-on-one via a channel that the Daily Wire cannot cash in on. Woo! She said, we are about to do this where you get paid. Because you know how... I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. Ben says, Candace, I can see why you'd want to hide behind a moderator, particularly one who said we should rename our company the Daily Jewish Wire just yesterday. No. One-on-one Monday at 5. We can sit down and have a healthy debate like adults, and we'll live stream it on X and YouTube. Take it or leave it. Man, he is a pushy. He's so pushy. He's so... Why are my people, why are my Jewish people so pushy? Man. As to the true reason you didn't respond to my offer to sit down with you and discuss these issues publicly or privately back in February, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Okay. Let's continue reading. Patrick Bet David gets in. He enters the chat and he says, my proposal to App and Share and Will Candace Owens. And this is what he says.
Challenge where we're going to figure out. Let me give you a couple things I want you to be thinking about. One, Ben, let me address your issue about what I said yesterday with the Daily Israeli Wire. I even said the Daily Jewish Wire. If you haven't watched the entire context of what I said, I'm going to put the link below. You can go watch the entire thing on what I said from the beginning to the end. I highly recommend you watch it. Secondly, why I think you have to know where my perspective is slightly different is I understand where you're coming from because I lived in Iran as a kid from the day I was born till 10 years old, where we were bombed 167 times in one day. 500,000 people died, and I was a Christian kid living in a nation where 98% were Muslim, we were afraid to talk about what we were all about. So I feel the pain of people living in Israel, and I fully feel the pain of some of the folks who are Christian folks maybe living in Palestine that don't agree with what's going on with Hamas. I understand both sides, and that's why I understand what Candace is saying, and I also understand why you have the position that you have. Having said that, there's a couple things I want you to be thinking about. Number one, you are Jewish. I think you're from Burbank, California, if I'm not mistaken, and you got 4 kids. I'm Middle Eastern, Armenian, Assyrian, born in Iran. I went to Glendale, California. And then we have Candace, who I believe is from White Plains, New York, with 3 kids. We're all family folks, right? When we come down and sit down and have the conversation together, we're in America today. So this is my proposal to you. If you're America first, we, Valuetainment, have agreed that if you want to do the sit down with us, a fair and balanced sit down, the moderating of the 2 of you, we will give $250,000 to Laken Riley's family because of what's happening today with illegal immigration. It's the number 1 issue in America, and I think it matters to the both of you. So no matter where you live, today we're raising our kids in America. So I want to make sure we're America first. And last but not least, while we're talking about this, I'm going to be around for a very long time in this space. We're going to be hosting many, many different types of conversations like this. Whether you're left, center, or right, people come here, they feel safe with us, which means we're going to do a very fair interview with the 2 of you. And the details is on you to say yes or no. If not, totally understand. If you're open to it, I think I live 25 minutes away from you. Let's make this happen and unite specifically to the biggest voices in the conservative space.
Woo! Patrick Bet David, he made his interview or his pitch for it to be on their show. Okay. So then Candace responds to that and says, Patrick Bet David just threw down $250K for Laken Riley's family to make this debate happen. And yes, at Ben Shapiro did take PBD's words completely out of context. There was zero malicious intent. I'm America first, so I'm in. Amazing option to make this charitable. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so also I want the public to know that the entire executive team at the Daily Wire, who Ben would have run this proposal by, are aware that I am in London right now. They know the Monday deadline in person is virtually impossible to swing, which is why I'm convinced this is just show and tell. No reason at all. We can't just coordinate schedules like adults. If he is actually game and not playing pretend, I am very much game to make this happen. See, Candace is calling his ass to the carpet. She keeps going. She keeps going. She says, I cannot laugh hard enough at Ben Shapiro's obvious, quote, I'll only do this at the Daily Wire at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday or not at all stunt. This dude literally got on a plane to go debate Destiny the streamer as moderated by Lex Friedman 2 months ago. Stop making a show of it, Ben. Man up. Let's pick a date, a time, and mutually agreed to platform regarding which I have just offered you 5 viable options. Let's see if Ben responds. That's when Jeremy Boring, the CEO of Daily Wire, jumps in the chat. And he says it's Sabbath. But I think Ben was clear. One-on-one in person, Nashville, Monday, 5 p.m. Live stream on X and YouTube. I'll add, there will be no ads on the video and no charge to watch it. No one cashes in. You debated Destiny on his show without a moderator less than a month ago, and I have debated plenty of people without a moderator on your own show. You asked for a debate. If you want it, come and have it. My. Are they like, what the heck? So then Lex Friedman enters the chat. What a mess. And he says, sure, I'll host it. It'll be fun. That's how Lex talks, by the way. Candace jumps in and she says, Ben is offline until Sunday. Apparently he thinks people hide behind hosts, even though you just hosted his last debate. Hopefully when he reemerges, he will reconsider giving you a friendly. You are friendly to him. I am fully game. So Candace is basically like, hey, really, I'll go on anybody's platform. Like, just tell me the date or time. Obviously, I can't do the one Ben put out there. But, you know, I'm not going to be picky about it. So that's when Jeremy says, I don't know your international travel schedule. I know when you've wanted to talk to someone in the past, you've flown across the world to make it happen. And she says, barring the odd insinuation that you didn't know your own employees were booked on an international flight to come join me. So her, obviously she's friends with people to film for your platform. This is great. I fully accept. No moderator. I will get in touch privately to get this set up. So she's like, okay, I guess I'll make it happen. So that's pretty much it. And this is just a comment that she has pinned. Okay. Wowza. Okay, this is going to be the event of the season. Now, I didn't show you guys all this, but there were tons of other people to include Tucker Carlson, James O'Keefe. People were jumping in because they all wanted a piece of this interview. It is crazy, you guys. So we will see who gets this. I don't know if you guys have any particular like choices where you would like to see this. I frankly do not care, but I will say I like that there, Patrick Bet David is going to donate to a charity. I'm sure he's also going to cash in because $250 on the amount of money he's going to make on people watching this debate. $250 is nothing. Okay. Just keep in mind that I think like Shannon Sharp made, I think $4 or $5 million on the interview he did with Cat Williams. So, and that's after YouTube took their cut of it, which is 30%. Okay. So that just puts it in perspective. I'm saying this is going to be anywhere near the amount of people watching Cat Williams. It may be, I don't know, but yeah, 250,000 is not a huge like amount of money for them to take out of what they're going to make. So, and frankly, I don't have a problem with people monetizing this interview. I agree that it shouldn't be on Daily Wire, just like I would say, like if Candace had her own show, that it shouldn't be on her show. I think doing it in a neutral platform that's not their own to have a moderator is a good idea. So I don't know. But you guys let me know. I don't know what's going on with the chat. I haven't seen a comment from anybody in a while other than from Orlando telling me I act just like my people, the Jews. All right. So last topic I have is the bird flu. Okay. You know what? No, hold on. I wanted to show you. You know what? Never mind. It's not that big of a deal. Let's talk about the bird flu. Let's just wrap it up with the bird flu and see what it says. Okay. So they are calling it, we're going to go to what the CDC says. So the CDC issues bird flu health alert to clinicians, state health departments, and the public after Texas farmer is infected. It wasn't Texas. So maybe maybe I did have the bird flu. The Centers for Disease Control issued a health alert Friday to inform clinicians. So just know that if you go to the doctor feeling sick, they are going to probably diagnose you with the bird flu. Okay. A person who was in contact with dairy cows in Texas. Okay. So I guess the bird flu comes from dairy cows. How does that work? How does that work exactly? Okay. So a farm worker on a commercial dairy farm in Texas developed conjunctivitis last week and subsequently tested positive for bird flu. The positive bird flu diagnosis came after milk from dairy cows in Texas and Kansas tested positive for the disease. How weird is that? It comes through the milk. The infection follows a 2022 case in Colorado and is the second person to test positive for the bird flu virus in the U.S. I guess I won't get the bird flu because I don't drink milk. While the CDC said that the current risk these viruses pose to the public remains low, people who are regularly around infected birds, cattle, or other animals are at high risk of infection and should take appropriate precautions. Since 1997, more than 900 sporadic human cases of the bird flu have been reported in 23 countries. While the fatality rate for humans is high, there is a near 100% fatality rate for the birds. Who the fuck cares? Why do we care about the damn birds? Lord, I'm trying to, somebody explain to me how the birds and the cows connect. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if we got something here. We ain't got something. But the CDC says bird flu pandemic could possibly be 100 times worse than COVID. Here we go. The election flu is upon us, people. Please do not get your vaccinations. They're about to tell you, make sure you get your flu shot. Make sure you get your COVID shot because it protects against the bird flu. That's probably what they're going to say. Let's see. Merlanda says, Greg Abbott bet not even think about feeding into that shit. I agree. He said, leave that shit to the people like Gavin Newsom and Kathy Hochul. 2016 Ebola, 2020 COVID, 2024 bird flu. You didn't see the pattern yet. Exactly. Oh, okay. You guys want to see a funny video? Oh, and then I'm going to show you my new favorite Instagram and YouTube page. And I'm sorry if you hear Frankie breathing like a dragon. He's a little excited. He's playing with his friends and he's a little wild. Okay. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is a public defender in Seattle. Have you guys seen this video? You're going to die. I thought this was a joke. Look at this.
Okay, let me check on that. Yeah.
So we were talking May 6, 8:45?
Yeah.
That works for me.
All right.
Do I need to sign anything?
No.
Just out of here. My comment about my client? Yeah. I just met her. She's really nice. She's really smart. She sounds like she's got the right idea about things. I really support what she's up to, and I think it's fabulous. How about that?
God, she's accused of, what is it, criminal trespass?
In the first degree, yes.
Is she innocent or guilty?
She's innocent, of course.
She's innocent, okay. Well, she's caught on video being arrested and protesting and allegedly protesting. So I'm trying to get all sides. So
My client has pled not guilty. My name is Stephanie Mueller. I'm in the directory for the Washington State Bar Association. You can look me up.
Okay. Stephanie, thank you for your time. At this point, your client is being arraigned, though.
It's all just happened. Her hearing is over.
Got it.
It's done.
All right.
Okay, I can't help myself. Let's look up Stephanie Mueller. What did she say? Stephanie Mueller, Washington State Bar. I'd be like, are we getting punked? What is this? Okay, let's see. Is this her page? Are there any reviews? Is this a joke? Is this a joke? I don't see Stephanie. I'm trying to find a legit page. Hold on. Oh! Oh, Lord. Okay, this is Stephanie, criminal defense attorney at Vashon, Washington. Can we just get to the reviews? Damn, nobody's reviewed her. Sorry. Who? First of all, the way she's dressed for court is completely inappropriate. Seattle transgender attorney. Okay, let's see if on this one, lawyers.com. Nope. I'm trying to find something that has. Okay, let's read with. I don't know. Can I get on the New York Post without it messing up my computer? She puts on a busty display. Look at this, y'all. Come on. Look at this. That's inappropriate court attire. Inappropriate court attire. Nipples busting out. Look at the crowd. Like, is this a joke? Look at this. 70 years old. Yeah, you're going straight to jail with this public offender. 70 years old. You should be ashamed of yourself, Stephanie. She has a matching top with skin-tight black leather pants and boots. Mueller also wore an excessive amount of makeup, including dark green eyeshadow and flamboyant fake lashes, as she represented one of the far-left activists charged with disrupting a council meeting in February. The public defender shared that her client, we don't care what she said about the client. I really could care less. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is a clown show. What are you doing? State Bar in Washington? She said, since I came out as an openly transgendered attorney, I bring diversity to the practice of law and I'm a role model for the transgender community. Are you kidding me? Tell me what, like, okay, I don't support transgenderism, okay? But can somebody explain to me why, when a man wants to dress like a woman, this is what we see is a clown show? What woman looks like this? Point to me a real female lawyer that has come to court with this outfit on, with her nipples busting through the shirt, with a gaudy ass wig, looking like Cruella DeVille. I do not even understand. She's been it's been a public defender for 20 years and says it's the only person, openly transgendered woman trial attorney in Washington state. Thank God. Since I came out as an openly transgendered attorney, I bring diversity to the practice a lot. Whatever. You're not diverse and you're not bringing, I don't even understand. I do not. Oh my God. She got a voice deeper. Listen. What is this? Oh God, Soonie, you picked a hell of a day, okay, to not be on the show. Soonie would have been irate, okay. What is this? See, why couldn't you just stick with, this is hideous, but why couldn't you just stick with this? Why'd you have to come into court looking like that, y'all? Let me go through the comments. You're going straight to hell with that public defender. I'm sorry, but this is effing ridiculous. This shit is disgusting. A female would have been kicked out of the courtroom dressed like that. Can we get a close-up of her face? I showed you as close as I want to get. I can't get any closer than that. No, ma'am. All right. Now I need to laugh, okay? This is my new favorite. This is my new favorite page to follow. They also have a YouTube called Paid Vacation Comedy. Okay, so disclaimer. This guy's a comedian, okay? And he just does these interviews and he's dressed in a KKK hood, but they're hilarious, okay? So I'm going to show you a few of these to end your Friday night with a little bit of laughter. And then we'll close out the show. So don't go anywhere, okay?
You are in a wheelchair, huh?
Yeah.
And you're a woman.
Yes.
Damn. Talk about a double handicap. Sheesh. So what do? You just kind of ski boop around town? Is that what you do? You're just kind of like a Roomba that bleeds once a month? You bring a lot to the table, I can tell. Like your own chair. You do, and you have like an aura about you, I bet you light up every room that you go into. Especially when you hit that thing in reverse and your taillights go on. Beep, beep. Real big bitch coming through. Watch your toes, fellas. So when you go to the gynecologist, do you go to a regular gynecologist? Do you go to like Jiffy Lube? I did notice that you are a redheaded woman as well. So I do want to ask, does the carpet match the rims that you got on? What's the protocol on that one? Stephanie Hawking, why don't you tell me that? What would you say is the hardest part about being a woman in a wheelchair? Besides having a parallel park, what would be the, second hardest?
The Super Racist Pod.
Yeah, so it's called the Super Racist Podcast is what it's called, okay? Let me show you. This was my... Oh, Lord. I haven't seen this. Okay, let's watch this one for the first time.
New York, Jews, an underground society? We sent field reporter Aiden Frost to find out what exactly is going on down there.
There is no tunnel system.
There's no tunnel
No
system.
tunnels, no tunnel system. I don't know what the heck you guys are talking about.
There's no tunnel.
There's no tunnels. There's no Jewish tunnel system. They think Jewish people are living underground, which is a crazy thing to...
He got a delivery.
An impossible thing to think, some would say.
Did you just have mail delivered?
That's not mine. I don't know.
It says Ishmael on it.
Ishmael's a very popular name.
You can understand how this
looks awesome.
I'm telling you right now, there's nothing weird going on. There's no tunnel system. There's no.
I got a Uber Eats for Ishmael. You Ishmael?
You don't need to take the picture.
I gotta take this.
It appears as though you've ordered matzo ball soup to the.
That does smell delicious, I will say that, but that is not mine. Assuming that we have an underground tunnel system and we don't have a...
you? It sounds like somebody is calling your name from the tunnel.
It's your turn to work the
that
weather
could
machine.
be anybody.
My stomach hurts. Aye. Is that the matzo ball soup?
Oh gosh, that's funny, man. Okay, I gotta find the Muslim guy, and then we'll be done.
Okay, so you are an Arabian man, that's correct?
Persian.
Oh my God. Tomato, Aladdin, who gives a shit? I will say this, you are a pretty tall guy.
Yeah,
a pretty tall guy. How tall are you? What are you, like 9'11"? You got a nice little style to you. Where do you get your clothes from? Turban Outfitters? You know what my favorite thing about the Middle East is?
Huh.
No female Uber drivers. You know what my least favorite thing about the Middle East is, though?
What?
Everything. What's the state bird in the Middle East?
Oh.
What is it, like a drone from Obama or something? Persian, huh? Whew. I'm glad I don't have nose holes for this interview. You know what I'm saying? Osama been stinking over there. Yuck. Bring our troops home. Thanks for doing the show, by the way.
Oh man, go follow this page. You guys could just scroll for days on this Paid Vacation Comedy. They are so funny. I love that page. It makes me laugh. Anyways, thank you guys so much for sticking through the show. I'm so sorry that we didn't have Soonie with us the whole entire time, but she had unexpected guests that she had to attend to. So we apologize, but once again, you got me, and hey, that's not so bad. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Do not forget to pick up your eclipse glasses, because the eclipse, if you are in the line of states that the eclipse is going to be showing the strongest, I know that other states are going to be able to see it. But if you're in the line of states that are going to be seeing the best of the eclipse, yes, we'll both be here on Tuesday. I hope Soonie's listening, because I can't control. But get your eclipse glasses, because you cannot stare directly into the light or you will go blind. Okay, do not do that. Do not think that you go put on the darkest pair of glasses you got. My son, I was asking him, I said, oh, can you use your welder helmet? And he was like, no, not even that is protection enough from the sun or from the eclipse. So please be careful. Get your eclipse glasses. I know they have them at grocery stores, at Walmart, at Target, probably at CVS. But get them so we can, hopefully we'll be back on Tuesday. Hopefully it ain't the end for us all. Okay. Hopefully it's not the end for us all. And we'll be back on Tuesday, and we'll give you guys another great show. We always give you guys a great show. So y'all have a great one. I love you guys. Hey, follow me on Instagram, because tomorrow me and the conspiracy theorist girls are getting together for Heather's birthday. And we're doing like a overnight, like hotel, a staycation. We're going to go to this place called, hold on one second. Sorry, I had to yell at Frankie. I'm going to go to this place called Meow Wolf, which is like an art installation, but it's like a crazy maze and like mystery thing. Anyways, I'll probably be live streaming or like showing videos from there. There's going to be tequila involved. So follow me on Instagram if you want to see all the debauchery. And we're going to be planning our whole conspiracy theory show and see if we can make that happen for you guys. All right. So you guys have a good night. I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Okay. Don't forget to hit the like button. Also, go watch our latest short videos that we've been posting. I need you guys to go and like those, drop a comment on those to get those out into the tube sphere so people can see them. We need your support. We're not over here begging for money. We just want you guys to go give our stuff a like and a comment. It means so much. I know you guys think that that's not a big deal, but it's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. But we appreciate you guys. We love you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.